Hello and welcome. My name is Deanna Latson. I'm a founder and chief product officer here at RX. And today we're here to talk about purity, where nothing means everything. And we have two fantastic guests with us today. We have Tom Jackson, who is our VP of Product Development and Regulatory Affairs. Welcome, Tom.
Thank you.
And we have the beautiful Jennifer Hardman, who's new to RX and RX products. And we're here today to help you and help all of you understand just how amazing the Purity products are and the benefits it can have to your body. So welcome, Jenny.
Thank you, and I already love your line. Nothing means everything, but I want you to expand on it and tell me more.
Sure. So remember, at RX, we have specific brands, high-end brands, designed to help you have a healthier, better life. And purity comes in because clean air and clean water is essential to a healthy, long life. And a lot of people don't know that, air pollution is right up there on the top 5 killers of people on the planet today.
Wow.
Toxic water has serious damaging effects to the human body. And so to create this wonderful, full range of health products, we knew we had to create clean air and clean water, and we've done it with Purity.
And I don't know if that's silly that I haven't thought about that before, but it makes sense when you say, getting rid of the pollutants and that could be in your water. No?
And there's so many pollutants that you probably don't even know about. I mean, Tom, we can get really scary really fast about what's in our water.
Yeah, and it does start to sound a little bit like a scare tactic when you really educate people on the problems with both air and water. Water especially, we're talking about thousands of chemicals that are in water. And so, most people address that by saying, well, I use bottled water.
And that was my next question. If I'm going to the store and I see all these bottled waters making promises that their water's better than the other, I mean, it's a lot of scary promises out there, right?
Yeah, and when you test bottled waters, you can find over 25,000 different unique chemicals in bottled water, which is usually just tap water in the first place, not to mention the plastic that they're in. That plastic leaches into your water, can be a hormone disruptor. It's all a big, hot mess.
But those are all things that they can get away with and are still considered safe?
Of course they can get away with it.
Yeah, in some ways, the bottled water industry has pulled one of the biggest scams out there in the last 20 to 30 years.
Wow.
Because they have convinced people that it is a safe option to tap water. And in so many cases, as Deanna mentioned, you have issues with the water inside the plastic bottle itself. And then you have what most companies use, which is very, very cheap plastic that does leach chemicals into the water, and especially when it's heated.
Well, not only are you helping your body, you're helping the environment, which is huge, by not using those plastic bottles. So it's a great thing. Tell me, why should we all be using Purity?
Well, there's a lot of different reasons, but you touched on the environment, so let's pick up on that. One filter, this filter, equals 450 plastic water bottles.
Wow.
Which means by using that filter, you save 450 plastic water bottles from entering our landfills and our oceans. And that should concern you because that type of pollution is creating an environment that's bad for our children and our children's children. And we are stewards of this planet, so let's make better choices. Plus, by using this instead of plastic water bottles, you're avoiding all the chemicals that are leached into your water from cheap plastic.
And I mean, cosmetically, it's beautiful. It's a really pretty bottle.
It's a very rugged bottle. We use the best materials that we could find, the safest materials that we could find. It's engineered very, very well.
You know what, and Tom, let's touch on that because we're talking about the dangers of plastic, but we use a very specific type of plastic in our water bottles.
We use a Triton polymer, which has been very thoroughly tested. So it's been certified free of BPAs and other androgenic and estrogenic activity chemicals. And these are chemicals that mimic estrogen and androgenic compounds in your body. And so it has a very specific health effect. These are actually found in a lot of plastics. The Triton polymer that we use has been through extensive testing to make sure that it is free of all of those compounds.
Which, it's not super heavy. It's not something I can't lug around with me at all times, even with it full. I feel like it's a really good thing I can take anywhere.
Okay, Tom, so let's talk a little bit about our test results and how truly amazing they are.
The test results are amazing, and we went out and we used the leading environmental test laboratories in the US and Canada for these results. They are published, they are available to anybody who wants to see them, and they are remarkable across the board, both microbial and chemical. These numbers are fantastic, and they show the true power of this Purity filter and how much it removes.
Explain that a little bit more to me. Microbial. What does that mean?
Well, microbial, these are the things that are going to send you to the hospital. Bacteria, virus, protozoa. Those are the things that are going to make you ill. And then chemical, these are the other things like heavy metals, pesticides, herbicides, emerging contaminants. These are the things that don't immediately affect you and make you sick, but have a long-lasting health effect.
Good to know.
And this filters out all the contaminant areas. That's what makes it so unique. When you look at a lot of other filters on the market today, whether they're home filters or portable filters, they usually only focus on 1 or 2 contaminant areas. When I say contaminant areas, I mean pesticides, herbicides, heavy metals, hormones, drugs. I mean, there's a lot of contaminants that affect our water source. Where our filter is so unique and different in the industry is that it works on all contaminant lines. So it really creates the where nothing is everything, clean, pure water.
Which also leads me to think, if there was a natural disaster or something was happening and I've got my water bottle with me, I'm going to be pretty safe to go drink just about anything, right?
Yeah, it is, especially, I live in California, for those of us who live in earthquake land. It's a nice thing to have in our earthquake preparation box. But, I'm going to piggyback on what Tom said. We travel the world. So I am constantly in Asia and, in China and Hong Kong and Singapore and Mexico and Korea and Japan and Canada. And we drink water from everywhere using
Straight out
this
of the
filter.
hotel room.
Right out of the hotel room using this filter because we know that nothing is better than what we have in this bottle.
It's impressive. Yet another product to add to all the other impressive, amazing products that you already have.
It really is a game changer. I don't know of anything else on the market in the industry like it. And to be able to do this in a portable system and something that is very low, in fact, no maintenance, is amazing. And that's where the engineering team really excelled here because to be able to get this kind of removal in a filter that doesn't require on resins that need to be kept wet, to rely on things that need to be back flushed. You see a lot of filters out there and they need a lot of maintenance to make sure that they keep working well. And this was designed, this 2-part system in the filter was just amazing. And it's a very technologically advanced system because it is portable, it is small, it is light, and it is 0 maintenance.
And it's easy to carry, which I always like. You gotta have that, right?
It is, and remember, at RX, we don't just care about you and your health and what you're putting in the body, but we have a commitment to our global family. And we have a mission to get people to stop using plastic water bottles, not only for the health benefits, but for the benefits of the planet. And when you look at the numbers, it's staggering, just through this filter, how many plastic water bottles we can stop from entering our oceans and our landfills. And that is one of our missions. And at RX, to make a difference in our environment through a product that's going to help you live better.
And if you think one person and times that by how many, if we could get people all around the world using this, you're going to save a whole lot of water bottles.
Millions upon millions upon millions of plastic water bottles. We're going to stop them from entering our oceans and landfills.
And the money, you'll get your money back. Once you buy this, you're not going to keep buying water bottles constantly.
Oh, absolutely. And those people who spend money every day on plastic water bottles, remember, this filter equals 450 of those large plastic water bottles.
Right.
Those aren't inexpensive.
No, it adds up. So
even if you're trading this filter out every 60 to 70 gallons, that's still less than $1 per gallon. So even your cheapest bottled water out there is more than that.
And so often people look at water and it's clear and they can't see the contaminants. They're not visible by the human eye. So yes, it's our promise that we give you clean, safe water for you, your kids, your loved ones, and you can drink every day in a very portable manner.
And it's great you're going to take it around with you. Everybody's going to be asking you about your Purity water bottle, and then you can show your friends, and soon you'll have, Purity water bottle family, right?
That's right. And you can have people join your mission to help the planet as well.
I like that. Make it your mission. You know, when I think about how much water I drink every day and how many breaths I take in a day, we take tens of thousands of breaths every single day. These products really do make a difference and are so necessary to add into our lifestyle.
They really are. All it takes is about an hour. Do a little bit of research on your own. And when you find out what's in the water you're drinking, what's in the air you're breathing, you realize that it's actually a public health crisis.
Yeah.
Therefore, those of you who have children, any elderly, anybody suffering from any type of autoimmune issue, parents who want to create the healthiest environment for your children, these two products provide you clean, safe water and clean, safe air. And that is essential for longevity.
Two of the most important things. Deanna, Tom, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.